Have you ever reached down to grab your dog's food bowl and suddenly got a growl you were not expecting? That moment can feel shocking, even a little hurtful. You love this dog, you feed this dog, so why is he acting like you're the enemy? Today we're going to break down exactly why dogs resource guard, what's actually happening inside their brain, and what it means for your relationship with them. Stick around because understanding this behavior is truly one of the most important things you can do as a dog owner. This is Dog Channel Z, where we talk breeds, behavior training, and everything else that makes dogs so incredible. Let's start at the very beginning. Resource guarding is not bad behavior. I know that might feel like a strange thing to say, especially if your dog just snapped at you, but here's the truth. Resource guarding is a completely natural, deeply wired survival instinct. Every single dog on the planet has a biological capacity to resource guard. Some just express it more than others. Think about where dogs came from. Before domestication, before kibble in a ceramic bowl, before cozy living rooms, dogs were competing for survival. Food was scarce. If you found something to eat, you protected it. The dog that growled and kept rivals away from a meal was a dog that survived to pass on its genes. Over thousands of generations, that protective behavior became hardwired into the canine brain. So when your modern, pampered, well-fed dog growls over a chew toy, he's not being aggressive or dominant or spiteful. He's simply running a program that was written into his DNA long before humans started buying him birthday cakes. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Resource guarding is not just about food. Dogs can guard anything they perceive as valuable. We're talking about food bowls, bones, toys, sleeping spots, certain pieces of furniture, and yes, even people. If your dog has ever put himself between you and another dog, or pushed another pet away from you, that's resource guarding too. You are the resource in that equation. From your dog's perspective, access to you means safety, comfort, food, and fun. Of course he wants to protect that. So what actually triggers the guarding response in the brain? When a dog encounters something valuable, dopamine floods the brain's reward circuits. That resource becomes associated with positive feelings. But simultaneously, the brain is also running a threat assessment. Is anyone nearby who might take this thing away? When the answer is yes, the amygdala, which is the brain's alarm system, kicks into gear. The dog moves into a defensive state. The body language begins to shift. You might notice a dog getting very still, lowering their head over the item, a hard stare, a stiff tail, a low rumble starting in the chest. These are all escalating warning signals. What a lot of owners get wrong here is reacting to the growl as the problem itself. People try to punish the growl out of a dog. This is one of the most dangerous mistakes you can make. The growl is communication. Is your dog saying, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable, please back off"? If you punish that warning, the dog does not stop feeling uncomfortable. He just stops warning you before he bites. You've essentially removed a crucial safety signal from the conversation. Understanding this can literally prevent a serious injury. Now, some dogs guard more intensely than others, and there are a few reasons why. Genetics play a role. Certain breeds were historically expected to be more possessive, guarding livestock, territory, or property. Their genetics may predispose them towards stronger guarding tendencies. But environment matters enormously too. A dog that had to compete for food as a puppy, either in a large litter or in a neglected household, often develops much stronger guarding behavior. Scarcity in early life teaches the brain that resources are unreliable and must be protected at all costs. Interestingly, a dog's training history also shapes how this behavior develops. Dogs that were frequently approached while eating, had food taken away regularly as a so-called dominance exercise, or were punished for normal possessive behavior often become worse guarders, not better. Their brain learns that the approach of a human means the resource disappears, which increases anxiety and intensifies the defensive response. Here's another layer that most people never consider. Resource guarding can be made significantly worse by how humans respond in the moment. When a dog growls and the owner backs away, the dog learns that growling works. The threat retreated. The resource is safe. This is pure operant conditioning, and it happens fast. Within just a few repetitions, the dog has learned that escalating the warning gets results. This is how mild guarding can slowly become more intense over months or years without anyone realizing why it's getting worse. So what does healthy resource management look like? The goal is not to make your dog feel like resources are constantly being threatened or removed. It's about building a relationship where your approach actually predicts good things happening. Trading games, teaching a solid drop-it cue rewarded with something even better, hand-feeding portions of meals. These approaches teach the dog that humans near their resources means good stuff is about to happen. You rewire the emotional association from threat to opportunity. It's also worth noting that if your dog's resource guarding is severe, meaning escalating quickly to biting or guarding multiple items in multiple contexts, working with a qualified positive reinforcement trainer or veterinary behaviorist is genuinely important. This is not something to manage through punishment or dominance. The research is clear on this. Confrontational methods escalate aggression. Understanding and careful behavior modification is what actually works. At the end of the day, resource guarding tells you something valuable about your dog. It tells you what they care about, where their anxiety sits, and what their early life may have taught them about the world. It's not a character flaw. It's a window into their inner life. And when you respond with knowledge instead of frustration, you become the kind of owner that the dog actually feels safe with. That shift in the relationship is worth everything. If this helped you understand your dog a little better, share it with someone who needs to hear it. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Dog Channel Z for more all things dog content. Thanks.